Hey guys, Mike, IronTrap Garage, and we're back working on the 34 Cabriolet. So the majority of the rust repair and damage repair is finished. There's a few little things we need to do, but today we're gonna do something fun. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. So today we're gonna work on bobbing the rear of the frame. I am not gonna be running a stock gas tank cover, or fenders on this car. So the back of a 34 looks kind of weird without the gas tank cover. It just looks like there should be something here, but running a stock gas tank without fenders and the fender cover looks kind of strange. So what we're gonna be doing is cutting the back of the frame off, putting some cuts in it, and then tucking it up under the floor, because I'm gonna be running a gas tank in the back of the car, or in the trunk area. So let's get to work. We're gonna see how this goes. We've never done this before, but Rolling Bones does this on just about every 33, 34 that they build, and it looks really neat. So we're gonna try our hand at it.
Can't live like this. Sleep this whole area, it's all equipment, it's all great. Big giant dog bed for noon. Lifting up.
Yep.
Did we mark it where we want to cut it?
I figured with it out of the way, we can now.
Okay.
So we want to cut right in front of the rear cross member, or right behind.
I would just pick something that's easy to...
Well, we just want to make sure we miss the, I think in between those is probably the best spot.
That's what I'm saying. Just measure, just pick a easy to figure out. So just measure halfway between those two and put a line. And then I would go,
In the middle of that.
you know, the middle of the shock hole, because you're not using that anyways.
Yep.
Put that up. And then maybe we'll do another one halfway between those.
And then the rear bolt hole.
And then the rear bolt, yeah.
The frame drooped a bunch once you got down there.
It'll go up. Yeah, I probably should just get,
Ford jack.
yeah, figure out a system to jack off on it.
Yeah, I was just putting it center on the.
That might be too much. Alright, give that a try. Yep. Go ahead. Yep, right there you're touching. No, that moved alright. I was worried I was gonna, maybe if we draw, it's gonna be a lot, but I actually feel like it might be what it needs. I would draw a line, if we can draw one from there to there. We could let the pressure off, take the cutoff grinder and knock out that whole
Chunk.
wedge.
Okay. Let the pressure off.
Yeah, well, you need to draw it now
Okay.
so you can see kind of how you want it. Yeah, if we go to there, so go from that corner to the bottom of there.
Yep.
And then we'll let the pressure off, and I could try and get him with a cutoff grinder and make that cut. It's a lot more drastic than I was expecting. So
Like that.
yeah, and we'll take that whole chunk out. And we may have to take a wedge out of another spot too. It's just
Going from the second mark to the front mark, right?
correct. So you're going at the bottom of the front mark
Yep.
to the top of the second cut. So, worked out pretty good.
That piece fall out and I need that. Nice.
Yeah, unfortunately that's it's too much.
Yeah.
Too much needs to swing in a short area to do it the way I was hoping to. Really like this cutoff grinder.
Say again?
So I like this cutoff grinder. It's so controlled.
The speed is very regular.
Just cut it. It's hard to keep track of that stuff. Done? I'm touching, that's
There,
it.
now we are.
Alright, so that's definitely going in the right direction now.
Headed uphill.
Yep. Oh, that's going definitely in the direction we need. Holy crap. Okay, I miscalculated how much we needed. Still got a bit more to go. You're touching the top's not touching yet, do you? This side's not touching yet. Is that side touching?
Yeah. I might have to move the jack over a little bit.
Now we have a too far to the right.
Yeah, I'm touching over here on this
Yeah,
side.
I move it centered in there. Well, we're sitting on the frame rails now. Now we can cut the frame rails off.
Yep.
Because we're not even down over the thing. So we're,
Headed in the right direction.
and like I said, this might be fine now, and we start cutting further back. We might have enough out of there, but we get now, because I don't know how far the body needs to go down, another,
Well, here you can see the paint line.
yeah.
So another inch, half
Yeah.
inch.
So that might be fine there. That might be just right, and then now we just cut some single cuts back in there.
At some point, we're gonna have to push in a little bit to clear the path. Well, making pie cuts, we should be able to.
You don't want, yeah, okay.
There. Hey.
Or you section the whole frame rail there. That's the other thing we can do.
That's where we're at right now.
I wouldn't doubt if they make, if they block the frame rail and they make a new frame, a tail piece.
Honestly, if we just make a couple more pie cuts and get the bottom of this frame to follow that same direction, that'd probably be more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, and then do you want to try and put that crossbar back in?
Doesn't have to. We can put one back in, yeah. Because that'll help stiffen up the back of the frame.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that would be helpful, especially with us doing all this cutting.
Yeah. That's much better.
Yeah, you're probably rusty metal. That doesn't help you a little.
Oop, that blew through.
Yeah, so I can put the straight through
Alright, so we got both sides tack welded. We're going to finish weld everything once we pull the body off for the last time. And we're going to send the frame out to get sandblasted. So we'll do all the finish welding then. The next thing we're going to work on is finishing off the end of the frame rail. So what I'm going to do is take this little section that I cut off. I already trimmed a bit of it so we could see how it would look. But basically I'm going to take this rear section here where it like tapers down and then rounds in the back, and we're going to weld that onto the back of the frame rail. We're going to have to do some tapering once the body is off at the top here, because we cut out a section where it tapers more. So we're going to have to do some grafting to make it all fit, but we want to line up the bottom so that all lines up nicely. So I'm going to work on taking this old spreader bar off, and we're just going to use the frame sections. We're going to have to make a new spreader bar, and Matt and I were talking about making one that has a slight curve to the back so it matches the curvature of the rear of the body. So that's a far down the line project. So let's get this spreader bar off, salvage these frame pieces, and get them tacked on. All right, so after a bunch of cutting and welding, the frame looks a whole lot better. It doesn't hang way out of the back and just end to nothing. I think this gives it a nice clean look and almost looks factory. Reusing those ends of the frame helped a ton to finish everything off. We'll have to make a new spreader bar like I said before, but that can wait for down the road when things are more along the way. The welds will get finished once we pull the body off to get the chassis blasted. We're gonna put the car together roughly. We're gonna put suspension under it. We have to weld motor mounts in it yet. We have to shorten the torque tube. So there's a bunch of other fab work we need to do before we send the frame weight to get blasted. So in the next video, this thing is coming off the frame table. So I am super excited. We have a lot of work to do to get it off of the frame table and onto suspension, but that's for the next video. So thanks guys for watching. Catch you later.